True Sound Studios is in your ears.
Hey guys, welcome back to True Sound Studios. I'm Weezna, and today we are checking out the OptoRED plugin by the Tone Empire. I think it's fair to say that this is probably something similar to an LA2A, except it's got some interesting and unique functions on here. So typically we have the comp limit button, which is on LA2A, the compress, but we have a low cut, which is interesting because not only does this low cut what the compressor hears, but actually just low cuts the entire thing that it's on. So the entire track that it's on. And it has a wet dry blend, which is very unique and obviously really powerful and amazing to have when you're trying to do parallel compression, especially with a compressor. I think it's extremely valuable. Makeup gain, which is amazing, especially when it comes to a plugin. You know, you have one mouse. Normally in a piece of analog gear, you can adjust the threshold and the makeup gain because you got two hands to do it. In the plugin world, you can't do that because you only have one hand, one mouse. So the auto makeup gain is super important. I love it. I think all manufacturers should do it. I think it's an amazing thing. Not only that, it also has a side chain at the bottom, but this is a little different than your normal side chain. A lot of side chains will side chain the low end, so get rid of some of that low end. This does the opposite. It's side chaining the high end. And this way you can have the compressor just more focused in on the low end. This being somewhat of a slow attack, slow release compressor. Obviously, we're going to probably use it more for the low end type of compression. But anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and try it. The first thing we're going to put it on is like a slower moving like pop track. For a full track, I definitely like the comp. Limit's interesting. That's a totally dry. It's compressing the drums, obviously, and some of the low end a little bit, which is really nice. I love my SSL bus compressors, but this could be a nice alternative to that. I'm also noticing how slow this release time is. That's interesting. Let's play around with the limit here now. So this is interesting. So the low cut, as you can hear, is literally low cutting the whole track at like 58 hertz. And so we can put it in limit mode and kind of help, limit the rest of the track, everything above 60 hertz. And then we can actually just use the wet dry blend to kind of give back what we lost. Okay, so this is really cool. This is a great situation where I'm often getting tracks to master. Somebody else has mixed it in their house, in their home studio. And so typically the low end's kind of out of control and the brightness is out of control. Or it's too much or too little. It's always those issues. Would be really great for that because a lot of the time I'm getting these hip hop tracks and they're just so much bass, way too much. This would be wonderful because I could literally low cut it out, compress it, and then blend it back in with that wet dry blend. So this is really cool. This is a different way of using this compressor. Didn't think about doing this even before this video. So now that we got this, let me put this kind of back to normal and let's play around with this side chain. So now it's really focusing on the low end. You can see it's reacting to the bass as well. And it's cool because, you know, changing this gain is changing how that compressor is reacting, you know, whether you have it in comp or limit mode. So it's interesting. You know, I don't know if that's necessarily good on like a full track that I have it on right now, but maybe on just like a totally separate, you know, an actual bass track. So let's go to that. This is this is the bass from this song. It's a synth bass, so I don't think this is going to be like the best ideal situation for this plugin, but let's see. Wow, you can really hear a difference there. Dry. Wet. So that is definitely helping out that bass. I don't know which one I like better at this moment, you know, soloed like this, but now let's engage this side chain. Let's see what this is going to do. So that's cool. I mean, that sidechain, like I was saying earlier, different from what you would typically expect, but it's look at the release on this. But it's cool. It's very usable, especially between the low cut and this. I mean, this plugin would be really cool on bass. I'd love to hear it. I don't have any bass tracks right now, like actual bass guitar. I'd love to try it on that too one of these times. Let's okay, so now I got the drums from the verse of this track, not like the main chorus part we've been playing around with, but let's hear what it sounds like on drums. You can really hear what it's doing to that snare. Ooh, the limit mode. That's actually really cool. I will probably put this exact setting on the drums for the verse of this song. I mean, that is perfect. Definitely lose some of the low end, but for the verse drums, it's exactly what I would want. So once again, another great situation for this plugin. I just think that release time is so entertaining. And last, second last on snare. This is my favorite thing as I've been using it over the weeks. Definitely love the snare, what it's doing to a snare drum, especially like an electronic snare like this. Take a listen. Dry. Wet. I love it. It's really adding that smackiness to it. I think that is so perfect. I mean, right there, full compression, 100%. I think is absolutely perfect on a snare. That is what I've been using since I got this plugin. I've been using on like electronic snares. I think it's amazing on that. I didn't realize how cool it was going to be on the other things. So last thing, some vocals. These are the vocal chops that are happening in the hook of this track. And I've already been playing around with it a little bit. Listen what this is doing. I think this is really great for some vocal compression. Let's try. Some nice, really nice limiting going on there, but it's definitely squashing it, but it is wonderful. I mean, I am probably going to use these settings again on this vocal chop. It's really holding those vocals in a nice spot. It's nice in comp mode, but this is like a background thing, and I really want it to stay at one volume because it's more like a synth lead. I think I'm going to have to do like a mixing tutorial now using this song, and I think you guys are going to see this OptoRED being used all over the place. It is much more versatile than I actually thought it was. When I first get these plugins, I just kind of throw it on something I think is going to work. In this video, this shows me that, this thing is really versatile. I'm really interested to try it now out. Maybe next thing I'll have to do is try it out on like a full band mix where it's not synthetic elements, but actually some real playing. So it is a really cool plugin from the Tone Empire. Definitely go ahead and check out this OptoRED plugin. So thank you for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, click that like button and consider subscribing for more content. So not only do I make YouTube videos, but I also produce tracks and I can mix and master your music. So once again, thank you for watching this video. I'm Weezna and True Sound Studios is in your ears.